Hey everyone, it's time for me. It was time for me to do some more city building, and I've played a lot of SimCity 2013, uh, and I just really wanted to play it again. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into this. I'm not gonna do sandbox mode. What I am going to be doing though is I'm going to be just sort of playing the game like normal. Sort of showcasing what the game has to offer and things like that, uh, and as well as playing it sort of not in the way that we're going to cheat, because this game is very easy to cheat. You can just sort of the cheats are very easy to use, so we're not going to be doing that. But anyway, we have to come up with a name for our entire region. So the way this works is you start off and you have you pick whichever region you'd like. So I'm going to pick one with 7 cities in it, a nice good sized one. I think there's one with like 16 cities, but we're going to go with 7. So let's just come up with a name for our region. Any old name will do. And one thing I'm going to do right off the bat is sort of look at which one doesn't have too much of the natural fossil fuels. So like ore or coal or oil, because I want to do that stuff later. Okay, here we go. This one's got a good amount of water, but you know, no oil or ore, and the coal's kind of low. So we're gonna go with this one at first, nice and flat anyway. Okay, so right off the bat, we need to connect a main road. So I'm just going to go ahead and build. You want to stick to low density first. So let me just explain this a little bit. You have your low density, medium, and high. And these are the streets as well. You have as well as avenues, and as well as the high density streetcar avenue, and then that's the next step up as well, because then that integrates the streetcars, which you'll get later, into the actual roads. That puts the tracks in those roads for the streetcars. So we're gonna start all the way at the bottom end with the low density street, because that's the cheapest. We're starting off with 50,000, so that's the cheapest. Sorry about that. I'm gonna my sound is really loud in my headset. 1 second. All I hear is this plane in my ear. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we're going to lay down some low-density roads right off the bat. So I'm just going to go actually halfway down here, and then I'll go ahead and connect the city. City founding approved? I thought. Oh, yes, it has been found, I guess is the idea. So I thought it said city. Normally it would have said city funding, but whatever. So I'm going to build a little neighborhood here, essentially, is what I'm going to do. What's cool about roads is that you have this upgrade option right here that you can eventually upgrade them as well to higher density, so you don't have to rebuild your roads. That's very cool. So anyway, moving on, let's throw down some residential zones. So we're going to use the residential zone tool and just drag some houses here. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we get a power plant down relatively quickly, so we're going to do that next. Okay. And I realized that I have my toxine on this whole time. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to re-explain this. Basically what I did here is I went to the roads and I explained basically these are the choices of streets. You have low to high street density, as well as the avenues, medium to high density avenues, and then you have the regular the high density avenue with the street cars actually built into it. The tracks are built into the roads for that one, so that's really cool. And then later on you'll. And I also explained that you have a tool to upgrade your roads, so you don't have to rebuild new ones. So you just click that, and then you come here, and then you can upgrade the roads. So that, just to re-explain that, since that was my fault for having my my other screen up there. So I'm going to go ahead and build another road over here. The reason I want to do this is because I want to keep my industrial stuff separate from my residential stuff, and the reason for that is because of pollution. There is pollution in this game, and you have to account for, you know, whether it's pollution from like noise pollution or actual, you know, environmental pollution. So moving on, let's put a water tower down to make these people happy here, and then we're gonna go ahead and put our first power plant down. So I go with wind at first, just because these other ones have pollution along with them, and this one is just sound pollution, so that's certainly the lesser with that. And as you can see, we're down to 28,000, so we want to pay attention to that. We don't want to use up all our money. We want to establish some sort of cushion where we're not getting into the negative constantly, so that way, the very few times that we do get into the negative, as you can see that we are now, we don't lose more than we have, if that makes sense. We don't want to have to borrow. So I'm going to slap down another tower there, and what I'd like to do is put down some commercial. And I'm going to put some residential over here as well, just to make sure that somebody works at the power plant. It looks like somebody moved in already, though. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take that off now that somebody actually is working there already. That's very unusual. Usually you do have to put residential near it. Okay, moving on. Let's do sewage outflow. Because we don't have these unlocked yet, so we'll just stick with an outflow pipe, and you do need sewage, or that will eventually cause some major problems. So I'm going to get the sewage as far from the city as possible, because this is where you will have pollution. So let's bring up the sewage map, and as I lay this down, you'll see it start to come this way then. There it goes. So I went ahead and hit fast forward to get this moving a little bit and built up. Now I'm going to lay down some more zones here. I do think it's important to immediately get garbage disposal as well. So in order to do that, we have to build a town hall. So let's make sure we do that. Yep. Now I'm just going to extend this a little bit. And put more residential down. Another line of commercial as well. Now I'll put some industrial for jobs. You want roughly... So you want roughly half the amount of industrial that you want residential. Roughly. It does depend on your situation and your city. Just pay attention. You'll have things alerting you all the time of what you need and things like that. So far, it looks like we're doing pretty good, though. Everyone looks generally pretty happy. So let's go ahead and put that garbage dump down. And once again, putting that as far from the city as possible, just because that's that pollution we talked about. Alright, and then... Oh, looks like we're down to 4,000 after putting that down. So, gotta go ahead and hit fast forward until I have enough for at least one garbage truck there. These are free. So the dump zones are free, so you want to put those down for sure, like right away. But I'm going to go ahead and build this really quick. I'm going to put it over there because I'm going to need to put more outflow pipes over here. Just, you know, thinking out loud so that way you can sort of get an idea of why I might lay things out the way I do. I want these outflow pipes. I'm going to eventually have to build more, you know, because this only is going to last so long. This little meter here, as I grow the city, there's going to be more sewage, so I'm going to want to plan ahead for that, as well as plan ahead for the trucks and things like that. So moving on to that, I'm going to go ahead and put a road down for these. And once again, these are free, so, you know, definitely put as many down as you have the ability to do so, and I believe that says 8. It's a pretty small number there. Yes, 8. So there we are. So now that's taken care of. And we will watch the happiness. Looks like people are generally pretty happy. Okay, so talking about this down here, we in the bottom right corner here, we have a button for all data maps, and what that does is when we click that, that brings up buttons for anything that you would like to keep an eye on. So, like, if we would like to look at the residential, there we are. We got our residential there. And in the top right there, it's going to go ahead and show you what those individual colors mean. And then you can just keep moving on. That's commercial. So one of the ones I use the most is population map, because in order to achieve and unlock some of these next things in the game to be able to build them, you do need so many people in your city. So keep an eye on that. You can also see the population down here, right there. Yeah, you know, on the bottom bar here, next to where your money's at. But once again, working on that cushion, we don't want to be, you know, at nothing when we build our next thing. We want to have a little left over when we build our next thing. So we're just going to kind of let it build up. What I'd like to do is put down some more residential, though, because residential is how you're gonna earn your money. You will eventually start being able to adjust taxes and things like that as well. Making smaller slots will force people to build smaller houses, and then that's a little bit of a way you can control the wealth of the area of the zone. Another way that you'll control the wealth of the area is by building parks, and parks are going to be essential to building your city, because if you'll notice on each park button we have here, on each little button here, you actually have a little dollar value attached to that, and that's of course then the wealth that's attached to the park. So then when you put that in the area, that raises the wealth of the area to that. So we can go ahead and look at that. If we click on one of these parks here, and we put this here, that makes everybody really happy, but it doesn't really, you don't see any real blue or anything like that, because that was a 1 wealth park. It really doesn't do a whole lot. Okay, so now, as case in point, we'll go ahead and put down one of the other ones. So let's go ahead and we'll lay down a pond, but that's a much higher, it has the 2, so we'll go ahead and put that up here. See how the little blue circle shows up? So the two little signs, I don't want to call them dollar signs because they're not, I forget what the money's called, but yeah, the 2 little symbols there for the money, we'll just call them dollar signs for now. I don't know if they're simoleons in SimCity as well as Sims, but we can call them that too. But anyway, the 2 little symbols, you know, so that's the medium wealth, and then this is the high wealth for the 3 symbols. So for right now, we'll just stick to low and medium wealth, not jumping ahead too much. Parks will be essential for, you know, getting people to move into your neighborhoods. So you do want to lay parks down. If you're noticing that people aren't moving in, put some parks down. Slap some parks down. Okay, so we almost have enough for a school. I think that would be a wise decision. But before I do that, I'm actually going to expand a little bit. It's very important to remember that you don't want to expand too quickly at first. Just little bits at a time. And we'll throw down some commercial here to match the houses we just put down. That shouldn't be too much commercial. What we should do is wait for this to build up, as well as go ahead and put a medium wealth park down to get people to move in. I'll put a tennis court down. And all is well so far, going pretty good. Now we'll go ahead and build our grade school as soon as we have the opportunity. What building schools are going to do is it's going to help your industrial flourish, and it's also going to just help the rest of your city in general. It just creates jobs and things like that when you build up your education. Not necessarily just the grade school, but all of it. So now we have about 18,000. We have enough to build the grade school, but once again, I don't want to get carried away, and I don't necessarily want to get that close to 0. And when we put it down, it's going to take a dip in our budget panel here in our actual earnings. So you're gonna see this drop when we let grade school down, because you know the city's got to pay the teachers and stuff like that. So that has to be factored in. So I want to make sure I have a little bit of a cushion before doing so, and it seems like I actually do now. So I will put down a grade school. That will make people happy. And now I'll put down bus stops. Now, bus stops are the things that make everybody happy. You put down bus stops, people freak out. So that is another thing that will be absolutely essential to building your neighborhoods. You have to have bus stops. Now, at first, I am just going to stick with that. There is only 2 school buses initially in this school when you put it down, so you don't want to go crazy with the bus stops and then, you know, it gets out of hand. We do have enough money though that I'm going to put a bus down for now, another bus, just for now. We will go ahead and put some more, but once again I want to make sure I have a nice cushion with my cash before just spending, because it's still very early on in our city. We really don't want to crash our own economy. Looks like we have 2 donut shops right next to each other. And they're the same. They're the same donut. Oh. Oh no, the building just has the same symbol on it. This one's deep fried toroid? Deep fried toroid. Toroid. I can't even say that. Deep fried toroid. Nuts. The powdery Bignet? Is that like some British thing? I don't even know what that is. Somebody tell me what that is. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Everybody's really happy. People want a clinic. We should do that. That's what we'll do next. So I'm gonna save a little bit of money. Everybody seems to be pretty happy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save a little bit of money, and then I'll go ahead and do a clinic. I'm going to put a little bit of some zones down. Well, sorry, I'm going to zone a little bit. I'm not going to do a whole lot though. Quite yet. I'm just gonna fill in the blanks here. Yeah, put some here. Yeah, just a little bit of a boost in our income is what I was looking for, and I think that's what I've gotten. It's already up to 1,500 from 1,300. And now, once again, we technically have enough to build it, but even though people are complaining, we still don't want to use all our money right away. We really can't do that. Definitely just want to keep some in there. Okay, that's good enough. So now I'll put a clinic down. I'll just put that over here next to the school. So I just gotta wait for that to hire some people, and that'll be open. and running good. That should make people a lot happier. Next, we're gonna need fire department, fire station. Yep, fire station, 20,000. So time to expand again. Oh, one too far. There we go. So that should be a nice boost for us in the income. You're going to spend a lot of time in fast forward if you haven't noticed. It's just a really good way to, you know, keep that money coming in. We want to start looking over our necessities here, so make sure we have enough power now that we're expanding, and we don't. So that's actually really important. So that could be hurting us right now. So let's go ahead and throw something down. Put a turbine there, and that'll give us a little boost. Yep. So you hear all the little light switches turning on. Looks like water situation is good. How about sewage? Sewage is good. Alright. Looks like we have some abandoned buildings to bulldoze. So go ahead and do that. There we go. I think we could benefit from having ambulances. Once again, just holding off a little bit, letting the money build up. We're up to 1,700 per hour. That's good. Okay, so our city's starting to build up a little bit. That's good. Everybody seems to be happy. We just need to continue working on our necessities here. So after I put down some ambulances, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the fire station because we are having a lot of fires now, and we want to get control of that before that gets out of hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and build an ambulance. I'm gonna slap an ambulance down. Health coverage for neighbors available. And I think next will be my fire station, just because there's too many fires going on at this point. So that's 20,000. You gotta wait for the money for that. See how the power situation looks. We're good there. And how about water? Still good on water. And sewage, we are good on sewage. So, how many more people do we... Ooh, nice. We're almost there. So we need 5,000 residents to upgrade our town hall, and then we can unlock the next tier of something else. For example, if we wanted to build this, see how it says town hall upgraded to the city hall in the region, and then Department of Safety in the region. So we get the upgrade to city hall when you hit 5,000 residents. We're almost there. So if we just expand slightly, we will be there. So let's do it. Build another set of roads over here. This will be my higher wealth area. So I'll leave it nice and open. And right in the middle up here, I'm going to put a nice commercial spot for the higher wealth people. And now I'll go ahead and look at my parks and put a higher wealth park down. If I can afford it. Yeah, these fountain plazas are actually pretty cheap. Yeah, fenced fountain plaza. That right there. So that'll be a higher wealth, and then I'll put another one over here. And then see how nice and dark blue that is? I'll head back to that. So that's gonna make sure that that's a higher wealth area. And already we have these giant houses coming up. Look at that. So that worked out really well. So that was a really nice boost to our income as well. If you look at the income, we are up above 2,000 now. That's fantastic. Okay, now we really need that fire station. So just holding out for that. I know it looks bad with the health too, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We increase that income, and that's part of it. So time to bulldoze. We don't want to get this let this get out of hand. Because of all these fires, we do have a lot of houses burning down, so we just want to bulldoze them right away. And we're above 20,000. We have enough, but once again, just leaving a bit of a cushion there before actually spending the full 20,000. So I'll just wait for one more income. There we go. So now I'll go ahead and put my fire station down. Then after I do that, I can also upgrade my town hall to a city hall. So let's put the fire station actually somewhere close to the industrial. So I'm going to put it on this side. And the fire trucks are 15,000, but it does come with one, so at least there's that. Hey, we can put a little flag down. Let's put the little flag down. There we go. Now we got our flag. So there's our fire station. That'll help tremendously. And then, if you notice, we did take a dip in our income there, but it's definitely worth it. We can always raise taxes later, like I said, if need be. As we add services and stuff to the city, you're gonna eventually have to raise taxes. You just have to do it. Okay, so just looking over these, Department of Utilities. So that's gonna, what that does is that's going to upgrade my ability to have, instead of using water towers, I would then use a pumping station, and that really does make things a lot easier, because you eventually have to start putting down a lot of water towers. So that's definitely something to consider right off the bat with your first city. One of the other things is Department of Transportation. That's the next one. So that's going to open up things like you know, your trains and your planes, your trains, planes, and automobiles. No, your trains and your planes. So, you know, that's something to consider. I think boats too. Yeah. As well as the the streetcars. We already have that. So, but I think we can already do that. But I do know the bus terminal is Department of Transportation, so we want to do that. We also do want to put Shuttle Bus Depot down at some point. That will help a lot with traffic once you start increasing density and stuff. But we're not going to do that quite yet. Moving on, the next one, Department of Tourism. So that's going to be actually my other tab entirely. That stuff down here. So if you'll notice, it all says that. And you can actually get full-size stadiums and stuff like that. That is what I actually really like. We can already build this, but this one's going to be things like you can host events like sporting events and rock concerts and things like that. This one's smaller events. Moving on to the next one, you have the Department of Safety. So that's that next level up for the fire station, the large fire station, as well as the hospital, and then the police precinct instead of just the normal police station. And then the next one being the Department of Finance. That's going to grant you access to more levels of taxes. So right now I only have the bottom tier. You'll see when you upgrade that, you'll get this one, and then you'll get this one as well, where you can actually increase and lower taxes for low, medium, and high wealth. And the next one, Department of Education. That's going to go ahead and unlock these next, high school, community college, and university as well. So, right off the bat, the one I would like to go with is the utilities. And the reason for that is so that I can go ahead and build those relatively quickly instead of taking up a lot of space with water towers and things like that. Unemployment crisis. So that was what I was talking about earlier with paying attention to your warnings. So that's an alert that you definitely want to respond to. Unemployment crisis. There are more workers than there are jobs. Zone industrial or commercial to add more workplaces. So that's pretty easy. Yeah, that's actually my hospital. So I'm gonna leave some spots there for building up my hospital. But yeah, we'll put some more commercial down. That works. Now we will go ahead and put another fire truck down. So at this point, I'm letting my money build up again, and I'm going to put a police station down. That is our next thing that we absolutely need. Because if you'll see, we already have some crime being committed. So I want to take care of that. What I'd like to do is I'd like to stop expanding, though, at this point. And the reason for that is because it's still very early on in the game, and I don't want to just expand and use up all my space before you know it. Oh, I've run out of space, and I haven't even, converted the solar power yet, And so it gets difficult to sort of plan your city out when you've already then used all of it up. So plan ahead, and the way I'd like to do that is by utilizing that upgrade road function that we talked about earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this first section to medium density. And if you'll notice right there, we definitely need police. But that's going to that's going to increase the density, which will increase my income. We can't just increase taxes right off the bat. We just can't do that. It won't work out too well. I definitely need to build up my hospital too. I'm having issues there as well, but I need that police station. It seems like things are getting a bit out of hand. $10,000 more to go, and then I'll have enough for the police station. But once again, I don't want to build that right away. I want to remain, you know, aware of the fact that I still need that cushion. So let's go ahead and check over our necessities. Power is sort of borderline at this point. Water is good, and sewage is surprisingly good. So I do need some power. I'm gonna hold off. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to hold off. You know why? The moment I build that police station, I'm gonna run out of power. So I'm gonna put down a turbine right now. Boost that power. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and wait for that police station. Once again, I only need 30,000, but I'm going to probably wait till 35,000 to actually build it. Let's take a look at our zoning here. It looks like we have something to bulldoze. Yes, getting close. We're at 29. So if you notice where we upgrade the roads, there's actual apartment complexes going up now. There's actually a whole bunch of them, and that's where we get that density from. So because we upgraded from this to this, we get these apartment buildings. And then when you get to high density, you get even larger buildings like skyscrapers and things like that. So we're sitting at 36,000. I think that's safe. Let's put the police station down. We're going to put that right here up above this neighborhood to help out. All right, and now because we have a bit of a cushion, we're a lot closer to getting a set of police cars too. Once again, just waiting for the money to build up a little bit before putting them down. That's enough. I'll go ahead and slap some police cars down. I'll put a little sign down and a little flag. Oh, can't put the flag. Oh well. So yeah, now we have our police station down, and generally people seem a lot happier. If you'll notice, there's a lot more happy faces showing up. And that's a really good sign. That's going to be that's our city growing, is what that is. People will expand the happier they are. So, and if you look at our budget, our money, it's only improving now. So we're gonna need some jail cells. 15,000. Definitely doable. Let's keep an eye on the power now that we put that police station down. So I think we should put another turbine down. And check the other. We are good on both of the other things. I can also, now that I upgraded this, my city hall with the utilities, as I mentioned earlier, I can actually do the pumping station as well. So that's 44,000. That's a good bit of ways. But I actually would like to just, at this point, I would like to spend a lot of time just upgrading and building up what I already have. So I'm going to really build up this city and really build up what I already have before expanding too much onto everything else. But before I do that, I'm actually going to take a very short break. I will be right back, you guys. Very short break. See you guys soon. Hey everyone, I am back and it is time to build up our city, which is what I was talking about before the break. We are going to just sit here and upgrade things and fill in holes and maybe slap some parks down, but just upgrade and sort of build up the city that we already have before expanding on and filling this in. You know, we don't want to just do that and then run out of space, you know, like we will use it all up, you know, and then maybe we'll find something really cool that we want to put down, and then, well, we would have already used the whole city. Now, what's cool about that is we have a whole region. So if we sort of turn the camera here and we look out, those are our other city spots out there that we will eventually be building on. And the way we do that is this little button right here. We click up and here we are. And that's how we move on to our other cities. But for now we just have the one, and we're going to be building this up. So power is looking alright for now. So what I'd like to do is put something down. I think I still need for this, yeah, wellness, or no, patient rooms. Yeah, there's like a wellness clinic too, I think, but yeah, for this it's patient rooms. So I'm gonna put some patient rooms down for this. That'll help out. Now I'll put some put an ambulance here. That should help out a lot with that. Oh yeah, people definitely liked that. So once again, you know, we're just building up the city that we already have. We're not expanding anymore quite yet. We're just building up. I'm going to be possibly upgrading some roads. What I just did was I just added another ambulance, and I added some patient rooms to my clinic, to my health clinic. So that's taken care of, and people seem to be happy about that. We need public transportation too. Maybe soon time to put some shuttle bus. Yep. Might be soon time to do that too. Definitely could use some more police cars as well. So let's do that. Oh, actually, you know what? Jail cells. That's what I decided I needed earlier. So fast forward. The rule is 5. I'm almost there. There it is. So I'll put the jail cells down. There we go. Man, people are celebrating those jail cells. Yeah. So people like that, you know, the building up the city, you know, putting down the police cars, the jail cells, the ambulances. Definitely need some more fire trucks too. If you see, these apartment buildings seem to be getting a bit better as well. Low cost business. Two knock investigations. Inexpensive theater. New End theaters. Straight to vid. Look at this. People are loving the city now. Let's take a look at our necessities. Oh yeah, okay, so a bunch of people just moved in, so of course now we need another wind turbine here to keep up with it. Definitely want solar power at some point. It's only 33,000. It is best to simply convert. Put your solar down, wait for people to be working there, and then demolish your wind power plant. Just get rid of it. You will not need it. If you max out your solar, it is better than wind. So here's something we can bulldoze. No shoppers. I think possibly shuttle bus depots will help with that. Probably put some parking rides down too. Those aren't expensive. Need a shuttle bus depot first, obviously. So the mayor's house is approved. We should do that. I just noticed that. That's probably been sitting there a while. That's going to help tremendously. People really love this when you put this down. Probably should have done that at the beginning. I probably had that sitting in there a while. I'm just used to using the mayor's mansion. That's what you get when you have a population of 40,000. So, and that's upgradable and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty cool. So, we have 38,000 now. Steady flow of income. Let's put another fire truck down. I'm going to go ahead and put a shuttle bus depot down as well. So I'm going to wait for enough to put that down. It's 30,000, so I'm going to wait for 35,000. And then I'll put a whole bunch of bus stops down as well. And some parking rides. So parking rides are sort of like like a train station. You can sort of, it's a parking lot where that has a bus stop. So that's handy for like neighborhoods and stuff. Or like if there's like a right on the borderline, I like to put them like right on the borderline of like a neighborhood and like commercial, because then they can utilize that for work and stuff. But let's go ahead and do that now that we can do that. Looks like we also have some options for education. So this is something I actually forgot to do. Let's do that actually. This is going to get bumped up first now. I forgot to put down classrooms, and they've probably been full for a while. So it's good that we built up the city like this, or I probably would have forgotten. So we'll just go ahead and put the bottom floor classrooms down. Well, you know what? While we're at it, we'll put the top floor and put another couple of school buses down. It was definitely time to build that up. So that's okay. And you know what? I haven't put a library down yet either. So I'll sort of break my 5 rule this one time. And put a library down. But that really is going to help a lot. There we go. Already at 5,000 anyway. Let's take a look at what we can do with the parks here. We got a large skate park. I could put a large skate park down somewhere. Let's put that over here. And we don't have anything over here. So how about basketball court? Okay, and now I think it's time to upgrade some roads. So let's just go ahead and work this way. I'm gonna go ahead and do this entire section here. Upgrade all of this while paying attention to my money, not dropping below that 5,000. And there we go. We did have enough. And what that's going to do is create apartment buildings and increase the density, and you'll see my income jolt ahead. Now I think it's safe to wait for the 35,000 to lay down my Shuttle Bus Depot. Just let it build up a bit. So see, we got some buildings coming up here. That's great. Things are booming. So far, so good. One of the things I would like to do eventually with this city, something that I like doing with cities in general, is I'd like to make a giant circle. I love how that looks when you're looking at a city and you just see a huge, you know, circle of road. Not even just like a little tiny traffic circle. I'm talking like a giant. You'll see. I'm gonna definitely have to do that. I'll put that, because it's a great way to maximize an area that is kind of curved like this anyway, because it sort of gets hard like when you want to have straight roads. Well, now I'm sort of losing some of this land because it's just going to go straight across here, but then I lose that. So if I put it up here, it just ends up getting a little weird. So it definitely maximizes the use of that. So it's time to definitely put another sewage outflow pipe here. So slap that down. It looks like that was enough to take care of that little issue. Almost there. 28,000, waiting for 35. Then we'll put the Shuttle Bus Depot down. Probably put that over here. Classrooms are full again. You know what? I can put down bus stops too now. I never refilled this in. So you want to go back over and put a whole bunch of more bus stops down after building up your city a bit. Because if you remember early on, I didn't want to put a lot down because the idea was that, you know, before there's a lot of people moved in, you don't want a lot of bus stops down, because guess what? We only had one or two buses to start with. So you don't want like one or two buses trying to run around all over the place. So yeah, that's why we didn't do that at first. But now we have plenty of bus stops down for what we have. And now we have enough for our shuttle bus depot. So let's do that. Mass transit, and then we'll put this down here. Oh, it was 20,000. Huh. So we got plenty. And since we have plenty, now we can put a couple of these down. And now it's important to remember to lay some bus stops. So let's lay some bus stops. And now we are approved to use parking rides. So let's use some parking rides. There we go. Put a few more bus stops, actual bus stops down. I don't want to go overboard yet because we still only have 3 buses. Oh, 9 buses. That's not so bad. Gives you quite a few right off the bat. Alright, so now we're good on buses. Let's check the power. Power's not so good. Put a couple wind turbines down. See if that makes a dent. It's better. At least the lights will come back on, right? At least they should. Because now it's in the yellow. So, most things should be on, but then some things will look like sort of like that. So it should come back on. Yep, there it goes. We have enough for another turbine though. So put the turbine down. Get caught up on power. And honestly, should probably just put another solar. We should probably just put a solar power plant down now. But in addition to our wind plant for now, as we talked about earlier, we don't want to replace it yet. We just want to put the solar down and sort of upgrade that to get to the point to where we can get rid of the wind. It wouldn't make any sense to just get rid of it right away, because we could utilize it. But yeah, once we need the space, then sure, we'll get rid of it and we'll have our solar plant built up by then. Checking water. So water took a dip a little bit, but water's really cheap. 3,500 a tower, that's not bad. The outflow pipe's holding up. So it looks like we're almost ready for another upgrade. 15,000 is what we need. So we're getting pretty close. Look at this, we got a couple skyscraper sort of commercial buildings here. I mean, they're not like real tall like skyscrapers, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, they're certainly taller than the other ones. They're getting there. And there's our City Hall upgrade. So we have a lot of things to consider with that next upgrade as far as what we would need first. I think that we should go with either finance or education, because if we go with finance, then we'll have the option to adjust taxes a little more lucratively. But if we go with education, then that sort of opens up more jobs. But if you go with education and you start putting down more like high schools and stuff like that, it also does sort of create more issues where you would need to raise taxes, so then you would need the Department of Finance. So it stands to reason maybe we should put down the Department of Finance first. So let's do that. How much is that? 15 grand? Alright. So I'll put that back here. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Now that just like I said earlier, that opened up that. So now we can utilize all this that's sitting here. They're liking that parking ride. Maybe I'll go ahead and put another one down. Oh, I don't have enough. Wait, yes I do. I was trying to put a Shuttle Bus Depot down. I clicked the wrong thing. I didn't even realize it either. Alright. Put that down. Yeah. Took me a sec. Alright. So, sitting at 22,000. Just considering all of this, I remember the classrooms are full, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here's our school here. We'll go ahead and add another set of classrooms. So many students. It'd be great to just go ahead and get another grade school put down too at some point. There's a lot of them. It's just because of how much we did increase the density of this area. So now there's all these apartment buildings, but only one school. There we go. Max out the school buses, at least. That'll help out. So I have to say that our city is definitely building up a lot more. So since that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and start building the circle that I was referring to. So clicking the roads, I'm going to go with, once again, low density, and then go ahead and upgrade it as I go up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with Avenue for this one. So I'll start with the lowest Avenue and then work up from there. So we're going to click this function because that's for circle roads. And see how well this works out. Nope. Okay. Quite yet. Nope. So that's about how I want to do that, but I don't have enough money to do it quite yet. So we're just gonna go ahead and wait on the money. maybe I can go ahead and make an inner circle for now. There we go. And we'll just wait, let that build up a little bit before doing another one. But that's exactly what I was referring to, is the circular roads. So that'll come in handy a lot with, you know, giving full access to, you know, if you want to put tourist things here, or like, you know, any of this stuff that's down here that you would want people to visit, or as well as parks and stuff like that too. But it's a very efficient way to, you know, have people have access to the rest of your city. So just letting this build up a little bit before we put another full circle around that. Plus it'll be quite expensive since I decided to go with Avenue. So that'll just take a little bit longer to do. I would like to increase my income though, because I'm getting sort of on the lower end of 1,000, and I don't like that. So let's build out slightly. Actually, you know what? Not build out. Let's upgrade. Should help. So we already went all the way from here down to here. Let's work our way up then. There we go. So we took a dip initially, and the reason for that is because all these buildings that were here just closed immediately and sold, and we were gaining money from that. So that's why we initially took that dip. But as soon as they're done building, and then they're you know, full of people, then this will start really going back up again. So now this one is finally full. So yeah, it's a nice jump again. Now we're back up basically where we were. So lots of health issues, so maybe I should take a look at that really quick. So it looks like I still only have 3 ambulances, so that's part of it. Let's fast forward and get an ambulance down. So just waiting on a few more thousand, put an ambulance down. Now that's getting pretty high on density, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that now. Let's clear up some of that traffic. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put another ambulance down. Help that cause a bit. There we go. Yeah, people are really liking that for sure. And the city's really starting to build up a bit. Not starting to, it really is. Building up a bit. So time to upgrade some more roads. Keep going with that because it's important to increase income. So once I start getting these upgraded more, then I'll start increasing taxes. Because the idea is that you want people to be able to afford, you know, where they're living. So I'm gonna get most things up to medium density at this point. Oh, I'm not paying attention to my money. So we'll go ahead and wait that out. So time to upgrade some more roads because now I have enough money to continue upgrading. So I'm going to continue upgrading. Just upgraded my industrial road to medium, so that'll help a good bit too because then that'll help these businesses. Worried about crime? Oh yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot with the police station. Let's do that. So I need some more money, but that's fine. Now that I'm aware of that, definitely need to pay attention to that a little more. That was one of the things that we did want to build up, though. The fire station was another one, so got to do that as well. But now that things are building up a lot more, yeah, absolutely, I have to add that stuff, as well as another block of jail cells. Definitely got to do that. We only have the one. But I think I'll slap some police cars down next, is what I'll do. And there goes a boat. That is a very fast boat. That thing is moving quick. It looks like a cruise ship, too. That's pretty great. Look at it go.
Brinska.
Yeah, even just putting those two police cars down, people responded very positively. They definitely like that. Glad they're liking the parks and all that as well. Maybe I should put some more down. Let's take a look at that actually. See what the park situation looks like. I do have a decent bit. I could stand to put another one down here. So I'll go ahead and put that medium skate park down here. And that'll boost the wealth of that area. I think I need some power. Yeah. You know, it'd be great if I could just go ahead and get solar. But I need that 33,000. I think it's about time though, to be honest. So maybe I will wait for that. I just won't build anything else until I have it. These are about to go up though, so that could be a problem. So I'm gonna actually have to. So I'll put one more wind turbine down, and then I think it would probably be wise to go solar after that, so that I don't get too far ahead on wind and reliable on that. I want to go ahead and convert to solar as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and get the other circle there as well to continue my plan for expanding. Looks like there's lots of congestion up here, so I'm going to fix that. Because I wanted most things at medium anyway. Okay. Now I'm just going to hold off on everything else. Because like I said, I am trying to convert to solar, so. So halfway there, 15,000, about halfway. We need 33,000 for the solar power plant. Just discussing some other stuff too. We can eventually move on to skyscrapers, but those are quite expensive, as you can see. So, so that's going to take a while, but yeah, we're almost there. We're getting there. Just waiting on that 33. Well, a little bit more. I'll probably do 38, keeping to the 5 roll. So it looks like we have something to bulldoze. Quite a few things. Definitely need to take care of that. And there we go. About halfway to our next city hall upgrade as well. That's pretty nice. Okay, we are at 33, so once again, just waiting for that extra 5 more for 38. And there we go. So now it's time to build our solar power plant. So I'm just going to slap that down right here. Yep, people are already liking that. Gotta wait for that to actually charge too. There it is. Now we're in the green. So now we'll look at these. All solar panel is 16. I must have enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one of those down. Get ahead on the power right now. And now I don't have to worry about it for a bit. Now once again, we aren't going to sell the wind plant right away, because obviously if we did that, then we would be really short on power. So we'll keep that around until we have more solar panels down. So right now I'm just watching my happiness by, you know, having my government tab open. That actually will show you the happiness response by having that open without having to do this. But you can do that as well. So it looks like, just looking at that, it looks like, oh wow. I thought I dezoned that. I did dezone that. I just never bulldozed him. And he stayed there. That's nuts. Okay. So just looking at this, it looks like we have some unhappy people. We can't get to any shopping. Well, how's that my problem? They literally have shops like right here and right here. Some lazy people. Definitely need more classrooms. Can I build more, or am I maxed? Yeah, I'm maxed out. That's as much as I can actually have. So I might actually put down another school. But let me go ahead and build our next little circular road here. So keeping up with the medium density avenue, I'm going to go ahead over here again and make another bigger road around it. Like that. And there's our circle. So now, now that we have our big circle, now we're just going to go ahead and connect it with the rest of the city. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's click on the straight road. Then we'll connect it. So now I'll just go ahead and draw normal roads to go ahead and connect this. So once again, I don't want to go too crazy early on. I don't necessarily want to fill this. Like, I don't know what I want to necessarily put there. Also, I'm going to be expanding my power plant here. And so that's going to take up a good portion of this that's going to be here. So I want to sort of hold off on, I don't want to just, oh, I'll drag a road through here. No, don't do that to yourself, because you're going to build these up, your power plants and stuff. So moving on to zoning up here. This is going to be interesting, because what I like to do is have connecting roads, like a bunch of little connecting roads. Like this. I'll put one big one here, medium density avenue right there in the middle, and just continue this sort of pattern here. That works. So now that I have that, I have to decide what I want to put here in the middle. What on earth is happening with that? That was weird. So what I usually do is I put these parks here, the big ones, and it looks like I need tourism to get those. So that's probably what I'll go ahead and do with my next upgrade. Is the tourism one, since that's what I'd like to put there. So for now, I'll build it up a little bit. And I will put a little neighborhood here to help with this. And now I will put bus stops. As we discussed earlier, you cannot have people moving in without bus stops, and immediately they start moving in. Now I'm going to actually put some higher wealth parks up here to get that response. There we go. That works. Put another one here just to help out. See if we can put one of these two. So if you'll go ahead and take a gander at what the income looks like, we are gaining a lot more income than we were. And it has a lot to do with, you know, all of our road upgrades and things like that. See how much the city is really just, you know, the density is just intensifying. So all that's contributing. I would like to go ahead and build another school. I'm getting lots of alerts about that, so let's build another school. I think I'll put it over here. And then a couple of school buses down. There we go. So now I have another school. People will definitely like that. That way our other one's not getting full just constantly. So it's starting to really look like a city. And for our next population gain, we need 30,000. So I'm going to go ahead and start building up a lot more. Which means I will be upgrading to high density now. Go, and then still have a good bit of money left, so I'll just keep moving this direction. Moving on to these. Getting those apartment buildings to convert to higher density. Cool. I think that's pretty much it for over there. Cool. Alright, and as you can see, we're getting a whole bunch up here now. They're going up. So yeah, it took a dip in the income, but yeah, it should technically eventually be higher than what it was when I first did that. It's the moon. They're still getting... They're still under construction. But yeah, it really should take a nice jump once they're up. So that's a bunch of buildings there. And then as well as making more room for more citizens too. Because if you notice, before I was at 16,000, now I'm at 25,000. So I'm actually almost at that point where I can get my tourism. So now looking at necessities, it looks like I need more sewage control. So I'm going to go ahead and put another outflow pipe down. So that'll help with that. And it looks like I do finally need another water tower too. So go ahead and do that. And not forgetting that I do have the water pumping station as well, so eventually I'll put that down too. And that's going to sort of go over in this spot here somewhere. Here with all my other utilities and industrial stuff. Okay, so all these buildings are going up now, so our income should start jumping ahead too. Yep, up to 3,000 now. I think we were at 4. Looks like there's still more buildings under construction too. I'll put some more some residential zones down. Increase this, this issue that I'm having with citizens. I just need more. Classroom's full? Yeah, probably. Alright, let's address that with a new one. And put some classrooms down. That's right. You saw me put that. You're not seeing things. In fact, that's what the entire region's called. Anyway, it looks like I have the ability to get tourism very soon. Very soon. And once I do, it's going to be awesome because then I can put those parks there that I was talking about. And then I will have tourists. Well, some. Guess I need to zone more. Yeah, it says not enough shoppers, so definitely more residential. I thought I had plenty. You know what? I could actually stand to upgrade some roads, I think. So let's keep going with the high density upgrades. And that'll probably help contribute to the increase in income if it's, you know, residential, obviously. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and take a look around. Doesn't look like there's much upgrading after all that. There's one there. There's another one. So there's like 3. Okay, so what I'd like to do then at this point is gain a little bit more control. So I am actually going to adjust taxes at this point because my income's taking too much of a dip. And it really should be a little bit higher than that. So it is time to start raising income. So here I go. Just go right across the board. Put everything up to 10. There we go. And then you'll see my income really start to go up a lot more as a result of that. And then now I have the ability to go ahead and upgrade, so I will do that. There's my City Hall upgrade, and as I talked about earlier, I've been wanting to do tourism. So, there's the tourism. There it is. Awesome, right? Let's do it. Parks. Sim Launch Park. That's what we're putting right there. Boom. And guess what we're putting on the outside? Where's it at? There we go. That's gonna be expensive, but yeah, we can put it there. That'd be really cool. But anyway, yeah, so that they're gonna love that, and that's gonna draw tourists and stuff like that. So now I can also put an amphitheater, and I want to put that on the other side. And I want to just fill this in a bit with other stuff. That there. And now start filling this in with residential. To make it all worthwhile. There we go. And we can go ahead and throw down some school bus stops to make people happy. Everyone loves school bus stops. In fact, if you don't have them, sometimes these people don't move in. So we never actually continue putting more trucks down for this, so that'd be a good idea too. These can be bulldozed and then replaced for free, so keep that in mind. It's also time for some more power. So how much are these again? 16,000. So as soon as we get 16,000, definitely gonna go ahead and put down a solar panel. almost have enough to... I want to keep enough left over. So, 16,000 is the cost of the solar panel. Lots of people walking. I think I need to put some more bus stops and some more shuttle buses too. Alright, time to put that solar panel down. So it'll help with the power. Time to bulldoze some stuff too. Oh, it looks like just one thing. Just not sure. Oh, okay. That one's charging, I think. So we can just do a temporary one for now, since that one's... since the solar panel's charging. So that'll help out for now, because that one's charging and just laid that one down and it's nighttime, so yeah. So that'll help out for now. So yeah, this is this is how you make it work. Seem to be making it work. Just keeping that balance the whole time we're playing this. Keeping that balance of, you know, making sure that we have a decent amount of income per hour. As you can see, we're sitting above 2,000. That's pretty good. And you know, always making sure that we're keeping that balance of what I talked about earlier. You know, a good amount of residential to keep your income up and to keep your citizens up, as well as you know, then the amount of jobs you would need to fill those would be about equal. So you would need, you know, commercial and industrial as well to match the amount of people that you have in your city too. So that way you don't have, you know, unemployment and stuff like that. So. Moving on, looks like I need some more power still. Go ahead and put another power or solar array down. So now on around the outside, I'm going to put the commercial zone. That should help with my unemployment crisis. Now it's not enough shoppers. That's alright. It happens. We'll just go ahead and increase density and stuff like that. But once again, I want to add some more buses. There's just so much foot traffic on these streets. That should definitely help with the foot traffic. Look at how much the city's building up now. These apartment buildings are getting taller. That's cool. People are liking my giant circle, it seems. There's more traffic over here. Oh nice, I can upgrade that. That's a pretty easy one to do. There we go. And I should probably just do the rest of these anyway. Okay, and looks like I think that's all that yeah, looks like that's all that there is over here to upgrade to high density, at least in this section. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop there for that. Sewage needs help, so I'm gonna put another outflow pipe down. Looks like I could stand another one. Put another one down. There we go. Just check the other stuff. Yeah, looks like I need another water tower. So it's good just to keep an eye on all this different stuff. There's a water tower. Looks like I can stand another one. I don't want to put it over here because it will actually pollute your water supply to put it near the outflow pipe and all that. So I'm actually just going to put it over here somewhere. Looks like I could use another one. I'll just put it here. Alright, and power could use some help too. So I'll go ahead and put another solar panel down. There we go. Alright. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at our population map now. Look at all those people. Look at that. So the blue is shoppers. And then the light blue is workers. And then the yellow is actually the tourists. So not many, but we are getting some now. So now I'm going to start connecting these a bit. Now that we know, you know, basically what I plan to do with all this. Versus earlier, you know, not necessarily having that plan. And I'll start filling this stuff in a little bit and get some more income by doing that, as well as more citizens and so on. Fill this in, and that'll help with our shopper situation. And then I'm going to go ahead and put bus stops down. There we go. There's a bunch of bus stops. Yeah, I could stand probably some more police cars too. Let's put a top floor of that. All good. Definitely need some more fire trucks too. City's starting to really come together. Building up and out. It's looking good. So this is really close to houses, so it's going to cause some pollution, so we're going to definitely put some parks here. Oh, let's put a baseball field. I haven't put a baseball field yet. Let's put that up here. So that works. And then volleyball court. Let's stick that down here. There we go. Seems a sufficient amount of parks. And yeah, so our alerts went away for unemployment and not enough shoppers and all that. That all went away now, so that's good. And it looks like we're even expanding even more here, so that's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade at this point. Get this stuff past low density, because that's absurd to have low density at this point in the game. It's just to, you know, it's just cost efficient at the time, you know, that you build it. Alright, so now at least that's medium density. And we do have Department of Tourism, so once again, if we decide to save our money, which I'm considering, we can put some skyscrapers down. I do have enough room at this point. I could do that. It would just take a while to save for it. What I can do right now, though, is I can put the mayor's mansion down. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now, and I'm going to put that up here. Go, and that makes like the whole city really happy. So no initial upgrades, I don't believe, but we'll see. It's closed for the day. I don't know if I have any bus stops up here. No, I don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some bus stops up here. Go. That should be pretty good. I'll put one here in the middle too. And I'll put one by the baseball field. There we go. That works. So now I got the mayor's mansion. Just gotta get an upgrade for it. They're pretty easy to get. Look at that city line now. We have our own city line. How cool is that? I'll turn off the smile faces. Yeah, how cool is that? Very cool. Not enough shoppers again? Alright, time to upgrade again. we go. That works. Why did it? That's weird. Business. Wow, nothing to bulldoze. That's impressive. I guess we're doing pretty well. It's been a while since I've had to bulldoze anything. Let's check this out. So actually I should bulldoze this because there's a bunch here that are almost full. There's 2 that are full. Let's take care of them now and replace them with free dump zones. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of these down because I think it is important to have all of this that you need. Alright, checking over the essentials. Need another outflow pipe. Or is it time to build sewage? No, it's 64,000. Nah. Definitely need another outflow pipe. So, just put that down. And the water pumping station, that I would like to be able to get though. I would like to be able to build that. I'll put that there, I guess. So now we got balloons coming from our SimCity launch park here. Oh, we got another mayor's mansion upgrade here. There we go. That made them very happy. So, I'm going to go ahead and continue this down into here. Because I don't think I'll need that much space left for this. Let's take a look. Yeah, so 7 out of 16 built that I can build. Yeah, I think I'll be alright. That'll be fine. So let's go ahead and divide this up a little bit. Shoppers, so yeah, that's what I want to put some residential down here. There we go. And school bus stops. All good. Now we just wait. Wait for that to build up some more. Yeah, nice. They are really building up and upgrading. That's really good. Another mayor's mansion upgrade. Very cool. So I'll do our mayor's mansion upgrade. There we go. And looks like lots of health issues still, so let's fix that. We'll go ahead and put another clinic somewhere. Put that up here. That's closed. I wait for it to open. There we go, and then put some of these down here. Oh, right. Yeah. It's fine. Okay. So that'll hold the list a little bit for now. Our city line is getting more and more impressive each day. Look at that. Very cool. Alright guys, well I am starting to get a bit tired, and so I'm going to stop this there. I will continue this city as well as this region at some point, but I am going to stop right where I'm at. And that is all for this SimCity stream. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good